Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're looking at converting fractions into decimals and into percentages. How can you convert fractions to decimals and then to percentages? So the first we're going to look at is fractions to decimals. How can you convert a fraction to decimal? So our first example, let's say we have 1 over 2. So 1 over 2, remember the top number we call that the numerator, and then the down number is the denominator. So you can write this in as a division. And if you want to write that as a division, the top number always comes first. So 1 divided by 2. So if you put this on the calculator, it's going to give you your straight answer. But if you want to work without the calculator, you're going to have to use the bar stop method. And on the bar stop method, a lot of times students tend to bring the first number outside. So always the top number goes inside and then the down number goes outside. So you ask yourself, how many times would 2 go into 1? That is not possible. It's going to be 0. And then once it's 0, you bring a point and you add 1 0, making it 10. So 2 goes into 10 how many times? 5 times, because 2 times 5 is 10, and that crosses out. So 1 divided by 2 is 0.5. So that is how you can convert that into decimals. Let's look at another example. If we have 2 over 5, how can you convert that into decimals? You can work this out, pause it, try working it out on your own to see if you're going to get it. And so this is the same as 2 divided by 5. You can use a calculator will straight on give you the decimal. However, if you want to work out on your own, remember the second number goes outside. So 5 goes outside and the 2 goes in. How many times would 5 go into 2? That is not possible. So you're going to have your 0 here. Point. You add another 0. So 5 goes into 20. How many times? 4. And so 5 times 4 is 20. That crosses that out. So we have 0.4. Right. Okay, so the next we're going to look at is how can we convert decimals into percentages. Decimals into percentages. So our first example, yes, let's use any decimal, 0.45. If you want to convert that decimal into percentages, all you have to do is you multiply by 100. So always multiply by 100, and that's going to give you 45%. Remember, if you are converting that into percentages, remember to bring your percentage sign, right? So that is very easy. Another example is if we have 0.08 decimals as a decimal, what do you do? If you want to convert that into percentages, all you have to do is times that by 100, and that would give you 8. Remember your percentage. So that shows that you've converted from decimals to percentages. Look at the last one, from percentages to decimals. How can you convert from percentages into decimals? With this, I want to give you a tip. We have 3 tips. So anytime we have a single number, let's say that number is x. So x could be any number, x percent. It follows this pattern, 0.0x. So that is for single numbers. And so an example can be if we have 2%. Remember, 2 is single, and so it follows the same. So if we look at the format here, x is a number, so 2 is a number and it's single. So it follows the same pattern, 0.02. Right? And so let's try another one. If we have 5%, it follows the same pattern. Since x is a single number, we're going to have 0.05. So if digits, how about if we have xx, which means we have double digits, right? That would be 0.x. So an example is 20%. If you have 20%, remember 20 is double, or it's a 2 digits. So that following the same pattern is going to be 0.20 or 0.2. Yeah, it's the same thing. And another example, if we have 25%. Since these are two numbers, looking at the format, it's going to follow it. So we get 0.25. And then if we have three numbers, so x, 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 so would give you x, right? XXS would give you x. So all you x points, x, x, right? And we're going to look at some example. If we have 100%, so it means that is the same as what is the first x? It's 1. What is the second step? Is 0, 0, right? Now let's try to 150%. If it follows, you follow the same pattern, it's going to be the same thing. So we're going to have 2 point, what's the second x? 50, right? And so on and so